During our Farm Basics time today, we're going to talk about a commonly asked question from non-farmers. It's, why do farmers leave some corn rows standing in their fields each winter?
Well, it doesn't make any sense, does it? You look at cornfields and you think, well, they're going to harvest everything. This is how farmers make money, is they take the corn out of the field and they sell it, and that's it. But here's a few rows, and it doesn't really make sense. Why are some rows taken, why are not? Well, here's the reason why. We want to stop snow. And you say, what? What are you talking about? It's a snow fence. That's what it is. Now, some farmers may say, you know what? I don't really care about the snow. I care about the wildlife in fields, and that may confuse you as well. But many farmers, they're very, very concerned about what happens in nature, what happens for the wildlife. They want to leave a little food out there for the deer and the pheasants and other animals that are out in the field. That's part of the case, but I think the big thing is the snow, Brian, because in many areas of the country, it's dry. They want to catch all the snow in the field or all the moisture in the field they can keep.
Yeah, it's not even that so much, though. It's more about protecting the roads. So for farmers, obviously, most farmers live in the country. They live on gravel roads. There's not a lot of snow plows running around or anything. I know for ourselves even, we have basically our own snow plows, so we can get out in the middle of the wintertime. We're the ones who are cleaning the roads, and it's usually 1, 2, 3 days later when the township might come around and plow the snow away. Well, we're already done. It's already clean. But here's the whole thing. In a lot of these areas where it's flat, there's nothing to stop that snow, then all of a sudden that snow is blowing across the field, and then there's that little dip for the ditch. And where that dip is, then all of a sudden there will a lot of times be snow that catches right there, and then snow piles up in certain areas of roads. Well, obviously we don't want that as farmers because we're the ones who have to go clean that snow off. So then as farmers, we will strategically place where we leave some corn rows, and a lot of times this is just trial and error over many years. So instead of spending money to buy a snow fence, we leave that corn out there as a snow fence that catches the snow, that prevents the snow from building up on the road, and just saves a lot of work over the course of the wintertime. Then when spring comes, we'll go out there and we'll harvest those rows just like it was fall. And yes, there will be some difference because, like Darren said, there will be wildlife that feeds on it. There will be some ears that drop off between fall and spring. But grand total, you run the numbers on a little bit of snow fence, it might cost $50. Well, just to plow the road one more time costs a lot more than $50. So a lot of farmers figured that's a pretty good trade-off.
Well, and farmers will use some other strategies that go hand in hand with this. They may also either mow the grass very short in the ditches, or they may burn the grass out of the ditches in the fall. They haven't killed the grass. It'll come back in the spring. But by taking all that top growth off, there's just nothing there in the ditch to hold snow back, so the snow can blow across the road and hopefully get caught up in their rows of corn that they left out in the field. So there's a couple strategies with that snow removal, but I get back to this too, Brian, and I say, you know what? Okay, that is a win for everybody in the area if we can keep those roads clean in the winter. But it's also a win for that farmer if he can keep some more moisture in the field. And a lot of times you'll see it on the yield monitor, right where that snow fence was, and extra moisture was held in the field. If we have a dry year, there will be higher yields through that spot, so it could be real beneficial. Now, the other can be true too, is if you have excess moisture and you say, man, I couldn't get in that part of the field to plant, and I planted the rest of the field, okay. Every once in a while that might happen. For the most part, it's a positive for the farmer, and yeah, it costs a little bit of money to keep that road clean, but there's a lot of farmers across the country that are going to do this. You're going to see those corn rows left in many fields this winter.
Well, one thing you hopefully won't see in many fields this winter is our Weed of the Week. We'll tell you how to stop it on your farm coming up later in the show.